Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 40 of the Own the Moment podcast. My name is TJ Laessig. I'm one of the co-founders here at OTM, and I'm back for another edition of the weekly recap podcast. We'll be walking through everything that happened in NBA Top Shot this week. For those of you watching on YouTube, you will see I'm coming from a different location. Justin, producer Coop, and I are in Indianapolis this weekend. We will be attending the Indy 500 on Sunday, and we'll also be meeting with some folks from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway leadership team later today. So should be a fun weekend for us here. So apologies for any technical hiccups here. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for me as I don't have my usual setup, but we will certainly make it work. So, all right, I'm just going to jump right in here. We had another good week here at Own the Moment. On Monday, we did a little something different, and we were on the Twitch stream of Chris Moneymaker, the poker legend, 2003 World Series of Poker main event champ. We are still working to get that onto our channels. We have not been successful in doing so thus far, so we may or may not get that up on our YouTube eventually. But either way, fun time with Chris for anyone that was able to check that out. And then on Wednesday, we had our strategy show, dove deep into the Cool Cats Master Challenge, ran through the Q&A that Roham had done in the Discord, talked about the golden auctions that happened over the course of the weekend. So as always, great insights from Justin on that show on Wednesday. So definitely check that out if you have not already. All right, so let's jump right into this. On Wednesday night, we had a blog come out from the Top Shot team, just kind of an updates from May, and thought that there were a lot of good insights in there. So one of the things that I'm going to do today is just walk through some of the key takeaways that we saw from that blog. So one thing is that the Series 2 is essentially coming to a close. So they have talked through, they're going to continue to see more quests, giveaways, streams with NBA players, etc. throughout the rest of the playoffs, but they are going to pump the brakes a little bit on pack drops. So I think that makes sense given the sentiment in the community about the overflood of supply in the market. So we're going to see a little bit less from a pack drop perspective over the next couple of weeks. But what we still will see is that we know we have Holo Icon Drop 3 that is coming up. That is expected to occur next week. And then we will also have another premium pack Drop 3 coming, which is going to be the MGLE packs. So we do not have the timing or the distribution plan for the MGLE, but we are expecting Holo Icon Drop 3 to hit sometime next week. And then we also had El Dumbo from the Discord saying that they have not yet taken a snapshot for collector score. So for the Holo Drop eligibility. So we do not know exactly what those requirements will be, but for anyone that is maybe thinking that their current status is a bit on the edge, oh my goodness, I'm live. I didn't even realize I was live. People are talking to me in chat. Hey guys, apparently I'm live. Justin's cracking up in the background. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, hey people, I'm not supposed to be live, but I am. There's no turning back now. All right. And then other weird things is happening with my computer. My notes disappeared on me. Oh my goodness.
What an idiot!
Wow. Justin yelling in the background for people. Anyways. All right. I'm going to regroup myself now. Jeez, this is not going to play back well. But you know what? It's a little bit of a different week here. Okay. So continuing on with the Top Shot, with the blog that happened on Wednesday night. So we will have some drops coming in the playoffs. So we are going to have a common tier playoff pack. So it's going to be something similar to Hustle and Show. It's going to be accessible to all collectors, and it's going to be coming through the reservation only. So that's going to be starting next week as well. We're also going to have one rare set that will be celebrating the best moments from the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. And then we're going to have one legendary set that will end up being the best moments from the NBA Finals. So both of those are going to, again, have some sort of requirements from a collector score perspective, and snapshots that have been taken. So, something to be thinking about for people that are out there and want to make sure that they're eligible for these packs, making sure that you're up to date on your collection. Also, so starting next week, we're going to have the ability to reserve these common packs. So they're going to be $14, similar price point to things that we've seen like Hustle and Show. And then they also said that for the time being, when it comes to existing collectors, these playoff packs are going to essentially replace the base set packs. So for us existing collectors, we should not expect any more base set packs coming. They are going to reserve those strictly for new collectors. So we'll get a little bit of new moments here as we're accessing the playoff packs, but continue to have that base pack experience for new collectors that are coming on. And then at the end of the blog, they just kind of touched on, reiterating this is a marathon, not a sprint. While they know that people want things and they want things now, they're playing this, as Roham has said, 100-year type business game. And they're just reiterating that message and just provided some additional, updates on withdrawals. So continue to making progress on that front. They've now increased the default tier from $3,000 to $10,000 and just continue to make that progress. I think they said that the average time for withdrawals has been down to 4 days. So it's something that we don't feel a lot or hear a lot about anymore, which means that things are a good thing. I am going to now jump right into the TJ's top 3 takeaways of the week. I would be remiss if I did not touch at least a little bit on the Cool Cats Master Challenge. So I don't know exactly what my first takeaway is with the Cool Cats Master Challenge, but for me, I said it on the podcast last Friday, I said it on Wednesday, and I will continue to reiterate that I currently hold 29 out of 29 for the Cool Cats Master Challenge and have no intentions of selling those. I know that we came out with our analysis earlier this week that said that it's maybe not the most plus EV thing to do. We saw the impact that may or may not have on the market. I mean, essentially have seen prices continue to slide since that point. But I'm sticking with it. I joined Plunge Father's private Discord that is only accessible to us, Cool Cats Master Challenge, 29 out of 29 holders. So shout out to all the people that are in that Discord with me. We're holding down the fort on behalf of the community here. And I think it's just, it's a learning experience for sure for all of us. I know that there are a lot of people out there that feel like they got burned throughout the process of the Cool Cats Master, and that's completely understandable, and rightfully so. People are upset and not happy with how things have turned out. And I know that there's chatter, rumors, etc., about whether or not Cool Cats Master Challenge completers will be rewarded in some way, and maybe we will be, maybe we won't be. I just would not set expectations too high with yourselves, and just know that we are in an exclusive club and that we all share this pain together. And then the number 2 takeaway I have is that on Wednesday, we reviewed the office hours notes from Roham, the Discord notes. So he was in the Q&A. One thing is that he will be in the official Top Shot office hours doing a Q&A next Friday. So June 4th, every Friday, Top Shot does their office hours. Roham is going to be in there and answering questions, but he did do an impromptu one earlier this week. We did a little bit of a deep review of it on Wednesday, but my kind of main takeaway is that I really do think that the Dapper Labs team continues to say all the right things. I like what I'm hearing from them in terms of how they are thinking about things. It seems like they understand that they really need to do right by existing collectors right now. They obviously have been quite focused on trying to bring in new collectors, but also hearing sentiment from them that we understand we need to increase the vibes right now on Twitter. We need to make sure that the existing collector base is happy and satisfied with the product that they are putting out, so that as new collectors come on board, they're not coming into a community of a bunch of disgruntled people. They're coming into a community where people are feeling good, people are bullish on the product and having fun collecting the Top Shot moments. Also seems like they've come to understand this oversupply that has been pumped into the market. You can see that with some of the decisions that they talked about in the blog, with the decision to reserve the base packs for new collectors only, the decision to kind of slow down on pack drops a little bit to really make sure that we are not continuing to over pump the market with new moments. And then another big thing that I am super happy to see is that they definitely seem very dedicated to their communication strategy. So they hired a head of communications, they hired a director of communications. They have committed that going forward, they're going to have a much more clear and transparent content roadmap. So my expectation is that once we get to, say, next season, Series 3, that we'll have, maybe we'll know every single pack drop that's going to happen, but we have more visibility into what packs we can expect to drop and when, how many moments we can expect to have for each of the different tiers for each of the players potentially. Again, not needing to know exactly how many, but getting a little bit more visibility into the plans so that we can understand that accordingly. Because I think that's one of the big things that has caused the frustration from the people that were a part of the February boom, is that there was such limited supply in the market at that place. And we didn't kind of really see the future of, all of these different players having moments continue to be minted, having more rares, more legendaries, and then therefore diluting and decreasing the value of their original existing moments. And then just one other thing, he commented on bots, commented on bidding coming eventually. So I know that a bid system is something that people have been talking about, and I wouldn't expect that anytime soon. But again, they're thinking about all of the right things. Now it's just about being able to execute on them, and that takes time, really, is the bottom line. Then the third one is, obviously we saw Top Shot start some additional marketing campaigns over the course of last weekend, and I think that's great. I think that we want to continue to bring new people into there, but my main takeaway is that no change is going to happen overnight, right? This downslide in the market, this not great sentiment over the past couple of weeks, there's no silver bullet solution that is just going to fix everything just like that, the snap of a finger, and all of a sudden everything's all good and everyone's happy and our account valuations have all doubled again and we're feeling great. Like, that's just not going to happen. And I think that we need to understand that, realize that, and be a little bit patient with ourselves, almost reset expectations with ourselves. I mean, I've kind of done that personally for a while. It was like, oh, if they just do this, then everything get better. They just turn on marketing. They just do X, do Y, do Z. And it's just, to me, we have to be patient. I think that we will see a lot of changes as we head into next season, as we head into Series 3. I think the Dapper team has learned a ton. I think the community has learned a ton, and we will all be better equipped to handle and manage these expectations going into next season. So I know it's not the easiest thing to hear, but the ask is just to continue to be patient, continue to be patient with the Dapper team, continue to be patient with people like us here at On the Moment. We're all doing the best that we can and just trying to provide our honest thoughts, opinions, feedback, etc. And I think that things were pretty positive, honestly. Like, there were some negative things on Twitter earlier in the week, but really appreciated everyone that joined us in the chat on Wednesday. It was really positive vibes, and it made me feel good about Top Shot again, just seeing some of the appreciation and just intentions from the community. I think that we will all be stronger for going through this tough time together. And as we get into Series 3 and there's a ton of different new collectors in here, like, we'll be the few and the strong that went through the tough times of Top Shot. So here's where I typically do my, TJ's tilt of the week. But you know what? There's too much negativity, and like, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm about to be going to the Indy 500. Like, it's a holiday weekend here in the US for folks. So I don't want to tilt anything too hard by bringing in any negativity. So instead, I'm just going to say thanks to everyone again for the support. Continue to give us all of your feedback. While we do get some feedback that is pretty much just people complaining, we do get a ton of awesome kind of constructive feedback, and we're always listening to that. So anything that you guys have, you can hit us up in the Discord, hit us up on Twitter. We try to respond to as many people as we can, even if it takes some time. But just wanted to shout out to the overall Top Shot community, and particularly to the OTM community. I think it's really, really strong, and appreciate all of that, and appreciate I don't even know how many people watch this live, because I was not supposed to be live. So good morning to all of your folks. I hope you have a fantastic Friday, fantastic holiday weekend. As far as our schedule for next week, it's still a little bit up in the air. So we had a special guest planned for Monday night that may or may not come to fruition now. So we'll continue to give you that updates. We're going to take a week off from the AMA in the Discord, just given that it's a holiday weekend, given that Justin, myself, producer Coop are all traveling this weekend. So we'll be back with that next week. everyone just take the time, enjoy friends, family, all of that good stuff. And on behalf of Justin, on behalf of producer Coop, behind the scenes, I'm TJ Laessig, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.